What's going on, you guys? It's Coach Sensei, aka the Buffest Game, and what I have in front of me is Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm going to do a little bit of comparison between the Steam OS edition and the Nintendo OS edition. Now, I got the Lenovo Legion Go, which a lot of people say is a lot like the Switch. I got the Switch 2 over here, man, which is a very powerful handheld. This thing is running Cyberpunk in handheld mode, 720p, 1080p, 30 frames per second, 720 at 40. The Lenovo Legion Go runs it at about, with the same settings, similar, at about 50 frames per second, so very close. And what's crazy is this is a computer. This is just a handheld console. So this is why a lot of people went out, flocked and got the Switch 2. Right off the bat, what I like about the Switch 2 is the first thing is just, it's light, right? So playing Cyberpunk on this, look how easy that handles. It's just a very light device. And these detachable controllers, how easily they detach. Left, right, then they're back together. And with the Lenovo, it's not as easy. You got these buttons back here that allows it to detach. So you hit the button. That's the thing. So you hit the button and you start hitting other stuff to make it detach. Let's go on this side, pull it down. And it's not that bad, but you're gonna find yourself always smudging the screen to get those in there. Just don't go in as easily. When we talk about the screen on this one, obviously it's 8.8 inches. This is 7.9 inches. And far as, you know, the clarity, the resolution, obviously this is 1600p, this is 1080p. This is definitely going to have a better resolution. So apples to oranges, depends. This might be overkill when it comes to resolution. A lot of people don't really care about it being 1600p. A lot of people feel like 1080p is capable enough. I won't say both have docks, but the great thing about the Nintendo Switch 2 is it has its own dock that just goes inside, and then that will hook up to your TV. You drop that in the dock, bam, and then you can game on your TV at 4K. And the great thing about the dock is that it bumps up the actual resolution of the Switch 2. Well, it bumps up the power. It makes it more powerful. When you plug in, it's pretty loud. When you plug in the Lenovo Legion Go, you get a little bit more power as well. This is a dock for the Lenovo Legion Go. We're going to weigh these and see which one weighs the most. Obviously, you guys probably know the answer to that, but I guess it'll give you guys a scale of how much of a weight difference it is. Let's weigh the Switch. Joy-Cons on and everything. We have 535 grams. Let's weigh the Lenovo. 854 grams. Wow, that is a huge difference. So while I got it up here, let's just get off into, I guess we can get off into some gameplay. So here we're in the open world. We're running 52 frames per second.
Yeah, my people talk with their UV.
What do you say? Talk to plastic people. All right, they don't want to talk right now. I just shot at them. But it's running 1080. That's pretty smooth. 53 frames per second. That's pretty smooth. And obviously that resolution is crazy. Then we got the Switch 2 here. Open world scene. And right off the bat, we can see the difference in just clarity. And I'm not going to say clarity, but just the way that it's moving. You definitely feel that 30 frames per second versus that 50. What do you got? But the visuals, man, look at that. That guy is clean. There's not a lot of aliasing going on. Man, they really did a thing with the DLSS. That transformer model is just incredible. I don't know. What do you guys think? See how it's a little hassle to get these off. Let's pop this off. We got the detachable controllers that it works. So that's just so smooth. Haptics on the Switch is so cold though, man. Haptics are next level. Both devices tested. Let me know what you think. In my opinion, it's an apples and oranges when it comes to comparison. The Lenovo has a little bit more power. Got a bigger screen, like another maybe 8.8 versus 7.9. That's a lot more. The haptics on the Switch is amazing. The vibration, it kind of feels like the DualSense controller. No haptics here in SteamOS for some reason with the Legion so far. I don't know why. I got to figure that out. But as far as screen resolution, the clarity, they're about similar. This one definitely is more vibrant. It's louder as far as the color and everything. Sound, I didn't do a sound test, but this one definitely has better sound. But when it just comes to just portability and just being like a handheld. The Switch for sure is lighter, of course, as you guys see in the video, and it's just a more mobile device. Like the Lenovo Legion Go, yeah, it's mobile, but I know for sure that I'm bringing a unit with me. And I know for sure that I have to be a little bit more careful with this unit. If I'm getting on a plane, if I'm traveling, I'm gonna be worried about it a little bit, just moving around. With the Switch, it's tucked, it's tight, it's compact, and I'm not gonna stress about it as much. So I would definitely, I can't say, I'm gonna let you guys decide which one do you guys think is better. Anyway, this is Coach Sensei, AKA the Buffers Gaming, signing on, signing out, the rest.